What is WrestleMania season? Is it the chaos of the Rumble or the steel of the Chamber? Is it the anticipation of the greatest stage of them all? Or is it something deeper? Is it watching a kid from Davenport, a worker from West Newbury, or a dreamer from Marietta finally step into the light to live their dreams? Saturday night, the dreams end and the reality begins. These are my WrestleMania Night One predictions. Oh, what is going on, everybody? Here at Crash City, it's finally here. The WrestleMania prediction. Now, in the past, with other shows, I would either do live streams or I would actually do a whole ass episode the week before. But since we have a different crew, different friends, and a different style here at Crash City, why don't you guys just get something all week long? I feel like that's fair. I feel like you guys have deserved it, and you guys are amazing. So, let's get into night one. It seems like Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu are finally gonna get their hands on each other in an unsanctioned match, which means no disqualification. Nobody can come in as in refs or security and try to stop it. They are going to tear each other limb from limb in Sin City. Now, this does beg the question to everybody. Where do we go from here? For some of us, we do know that Drew McIntyre has other adventures. And Jacob Fatu definitely needs to get back on that hype train. I personally love both of them. I think having both of them in this match is the perfect filler. If you weren't going to have a fatal four-way for the WWE Championship, at least give us two meaty men busting meat. Pause. Busting each other. No, that's actually a little bit worse. I personally think, oh my God, see, I'm already into the WrestleMania season. Oh my God. I think it'll be Jacob Fatu taking the win. Drew McIntyre needs to leave, figure out what his deal is, what he's actually going to do now that he is no longer, he got a little taste of the WWE Championship, but not a long enough reign. And Jacob Fatu deserves a title match. So I think this is perfect to get us to where we need to be when we head into Backlash, Clash in Italy, and so on and so forth. Now, the second match that's going to be live on ESPN for free is a match I still am trying to figure out how we got here. The Vision featuring Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I Show Speed will be going 3-on-3 as they take on the Usos and LA Knight. Now, the promotional work for this match has been fantastic, with LA Knight actually throwing I Show Speed into his computer monitor is perfect. And I Show Speed seeming like once he grabbed the brass knuckles that he actually was hoping to hit Logan, which could build something later on into the year. But unfortunately, I'm going to go with the pick none of you guys want. I think it's going to be the Vision getting the win, and maybe even I Show Speed pinning one LA Knight or Jimmy Uso in that match. I really do think that we're going to have more and more fun, and I Show Speed has even proven that he's willing to put in the work to get over and to actually have a couple of matches. If he puts in the work that Bad Bunny, Logan, or Jelly Roll have, I have no problem. This is just another secret debut we weren't expecting over in Mania, and I'm super excited if all the work is put in. Now, here's a very interesting match. We usually have these tag team showcase matches in the WrestleMania format. It's been there for a very long time, actually. But I didn't expect it to be the women's tag team showcase, and I didn't expect these tag teams, which are Irresistible Force, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend. the Bella twins, Charlotte and Alexa, and Bailey and Lyra. Now, a little inside baseball. Nikki Bella hasn't fully been cleared, so we do not know if we are going to have the Bella twins in that match or the Kabuki Warriors, and we still have to wait as of this recording until Monday Night Raw to figure out what's going on. But I wanted to film night 1 and night 2 separately for you guys. So, like I said, we still don't know, and if push comes to shove, I can make an update video for later on in the week or Saturday or Sunday morning. But I'm super excited. I think that having these 4 women, it's gonna showcase that our women's roster is still one of the best in the world, and the fact that they can all go. And I kind of have a feeling that the Bella twins actually are going to be the ones holding the titles at the end of the night. I think the Bella twins are going to win this. Why? Obviously, Nikki Bella was a prominent force in the women's revolution, in the old Diva era, and even had a couple of good matches with AJ Lee. Now, our next match. AJ Lee will defend the Intercontinental Women's Championship at WrestleMania Night 1 against the one, the only, big time Becky Lynch. Now, that's really cool. That's really awesome. That's really amazing if it goes well. Now, we've seen where Becky has had a few problems, not to be just her own, in big time matches as of recently. One against Rhea and one, unfortunately, against Lyra. Now, to be fair, those were both outdoor stadiums, and this is an indoor stadium. And for what I'm talking about, it's WrestleMania 40 against Rhea, and then also SummerSlam against Lyra. So it is going to really depend on what the chemistry is for both these women. I feel like this is not only going to be one of the best women's matches we've had in a long time, but it could potentially be women's match of the night, depending on my next pick. But as of right now, I think AJ Lee versus Becky is going to be fantastic. AJ Lee getting to retain her title and walk out of WrestleMania still being the women's Intercontinental Champion. Now, what does that mean? That means that she just got to put over everybody else. And I am really hoping we have either a shakeup, a draft, or something. There are a ton of young talent I want to see go up against AJ. I don't really care anymore about AJ going up against the veterans. Jordynne Grace, who is a veteran, but she just recently has been moved up to the main roster. Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, you have Kiana James, who's been killing it recently. Then you also have Sol Ruca, who hopefully here soon will be moved up to the main roster. I feel like that only makes sense. Let AJ put over these ladies. These ladies are the future of WWE right now. And before I mess up, AJ Lee versus Tiffany Stratton. I need it. The Women's World Championship will be on the line. Now, I do kind of like how the format is World Championship and World Heavyweight aren't on the same night. I do like that. That is a good little hint there. So, what does this mean? Well, I think that Liv Morgan will finally get to be the bride instead of always being the bridesmaid. Liv Morgan will get to have her WrestleMania moment. I just don't think it's this year. A lot of people are saying that's where the story's going and that's where everything should be. But Stephanie Vaquer hasn't really done anything to make me not want her to have the title anymore. Her reign isn't boring, and when she needs to rev it up, she did, especially with that head collision between Roxanne and Liv. So I don't see why Stephanie Vaquer needs to lose the title now. And honestly, having her lose it at SummerSlam and just having the title throughout the summer might actually help in this women's storyline. Of course, Liv Morgan deserves everything and should be women's champion, but I just don't think this year. I think let's build it up and let's have her run it back and win at Saudi. And for anybody who's trying to attack me here and be like, she won the Royal Rumble, somebody had to win. They had 3 really top tier talent that were those final 3. And any of those women should be main eventing. And I feel like this match should be main eventing, especially compared to what the main event is for night 1. All right. So we are at the main event of Night One. These two men have been in each other's lives for a very long time. And I feel like we are throwing a whole lot of gimmicks into something that just needed to be one-on-one. But I don't book. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event for WrestleMania 42 Night 1 will feature the challenger, Randy Orton with Pat McAfee, versus the undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Now, this feels a little different and in a good way because Cody doesn't have to retain and nobody's going to question Cody. Now, let's go back a little bit into history. WrestleMania 38, Cody came back, shocked the world in Dallas, and beat Seth Rollins. 39 comes around, and we are in SoFi Stadium. Everything is pointed to finishing the story, winning the WWE Championship, and it was pulled out from under him. 40, Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. And yet, Night 1 didn't end in his favor. If anything, it ended worse because Roman and The Rock rocked Cody and Seth's world, causing a lot more problems to go later on throughout the weekend, but Cody standing tall. WrestleMania 41, Cody is walking in as WWE champion. What could possibly go wrong? Except he went up against John Cena, who is not only trying to take away the joy of pro wrestling, but also to get his 17th world title. Now, John Cena got to leave Allegiant Stadium, 17-time world champion. Perfect ending to the night for Cena. Horrible ending for Cody Rhodes. Now, if the trend continues, good old Cody Rhodes will be walking out as WWE champion and putting an end to this tyrannical reign that Randy and Pat McAfee are trying to get accomplished. But I don't think that's going to happen. I truly think, and my final pick for WrestleMania Night 1 is none other than the Viper, Randy Orton, and the Boomstick, Pat McAfee, walking out with the WWE Championship and a new reign of terror coming to not only WWE, but TKO. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was my Night 1 predictions for WrestleMania 42 Night 1. I am super excited. I can't wait. Like, the weekend cannot get here enough. It can't get here faster. I want it all. I want everything about what we are watching and what we're doing and how we're doing what we're watching and how we're watching what we're doing and how we're doing it all. Like, I want to do it. I want y'all to do it. I want us all to do it. Yes. But we have to wait. While we wait, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share these videos. If you guys are wrestling fans, be sure to hop on here. We're going to have a couple of more pro wrestlers. I don't know when this episode is coming out, even though I'm the one that uploads all this stuff. But for this week, for Crash City Pod, we have former NXT star, Big Body Javier Bernal, Core Kid Javi, however you know him, however you want to know him, however you feel him. We have him on the podcast. So we're just going to boost up all of our WrestleMania content. I hope you guys have a great time. Remember, you guys are loved. If you guys are struggling with anything, please reach out. We will help you. I will help you. We'll do whatever. We can become friends. You're my friend now. And we will see each and every one of you in our next adventure. Bye, guys.